Sri Lanka Supreme Court on Tuesday ruled that wrong economic decisions taken by Gotabaya Rajapaksa, Mahinda Rajapaksa, Basil Rajapaksa and 3 others from 2019 to 2022 violated the fundamental rights of the citizens. The ruling was delivered following the consideration of petitions filed by Transparency International Sri Lanka, Chandra Jayaratne, Jehan Kanagaratne, Professor Mahim Mendis and Julian Bowling. Former President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, former Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa, former Finance Minister Basil Rajapaksa, former governors of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, Professor W.D. Lakshman and Ajit Niwad Cabral, former Secretary to the Treasury S.R. Artigala, former Monetary Board and the former Secretary to the President Dr. P.B. Jayasundara were the respondents in these applications. However, in Parliament on Wednesday, it was stressed that in addition to the aforementioned group, there are others who intervened in making wrong economic decisions and action must be taken against them as well.
If you had a look at the Supreme Court ruling yesterday, your faction said aye for the loss of 680 billion rupees in the very first budget. If you had stood and rejected it, the country would not have gone bankrupt. You are responsible for this as well. This parliament must be held responsible for not fulfilling the responsibilities with respect to financial management. Ranil Wickremesinghe spoke to Voyon and said that this was a man-made disaster. However, upon being elected, he appointed a select committee with a group that was instrumental in creating that disaster. We stepped out of that select committee. We remained in the opposition and took the matter to court. Furthermore, we had intellectuals and a strong legal team. The entire nation can claim compensation from all those who have been named. They were moved to a position where they can claim compensation for the destruction of the living standards of the people. The Supreme Court has facilitated that process. We as Samaji Janabal while in opposition and with the assistance of the court, have proven that the economic assassins are Gotabaya, Basil, Mahinda, Cabral, W.D. Lakshman, P.B. Jayasundara, Artigala and the Monetary Board. The Rajapaksas are always at the forefront when it comes to criticism because they always prioritize the process of providing relief to the people. It is clear via this verdict that it is wrong to provide relief. If the President, as the Finance Minister, had shown some reluctance with regard to providing relief, this could be the main reason. This sets a very bad precedent for future policy makers. State officials, former Finance Ministry secretaries, former Treasury officials and former governors would now be thinking twice as to why they placed their hands on the stove. Are you not ashamed of defending the Rajapaksas? The Supreme Court has delivered a ruling that the Rajapaksas and the Rajapaksa plan led the country to bankruptcy, and I wonder how it is that you still defend them. They say Gotabaya was ruined because he decided to award tax concessions. Gotabaya Rajapaksa actually awarded these concessions to his close associates. It could be the antigen mafia, quarantine mafia and even the medicine mafia. 30% of tax revenue was reduced and it cost the state 680 billion rupees in revenue annually. How can he go unpunished? They must be stripped of their civic rights following a criminal trial. Around 4 million families were below the poverty line earlier, and because of their economic management, now there are 7 million families below the poverty line. In 2006, I requested that Niwad Cabral not be appointed as the governor of the central bank. 17 years ago, when I presented the COPE report, I called for P.B. Jayasundara, a corrupt official, to be removed from his position. I made 7 requests. That was the first. Unfortunately for Mahinda Rajapaksa, he did not heed that request. It was also unfortunate for Gotabaya Rajapaksa, as he appointed these 2 men immediately after he was elected. My points were proven by the ruling given by the Supreme Court. Experts requested Gotabaya Rajapaksa to approach the IMF for assistance. It was Cabral who did not allow him to do so. Today, we are facing the consequences of those decisions. Following the war victory, if he had completed this service and remained free, the people would have actually built statues in the name of Mahinda Rajapaksa. The people from villages were even prepared to revere him in a holy manner. However, who ruined it? It was Cabral, P.B. Jayasundara and Basil Rajapaksa. The racketeers urged Gotabaya Rajapaksa to reduce taxes immediately after he was elected. Where are the people who benefited from it?